Hi everyone and welcome for today's video. The colors that we are going to play with today you can see here. It is a range of blues, so 4 different shades of blue and turquoise and white and the gold. I was recommended a new pouring medium, which is actually not really a pouring medium, it is more like a PVA glue. So we call it Vinylkleber in Germany. And as it is pretty inexpensive and was recommended from one of my viewers, I really want to give it a go and to see which result I can actually get with it. As you might know already, I've been using the acrylic binder over the last year or so, I think. And as this is even way cheaper than the acrylic binder, I wanted to see if it works for my pours itself, or if it probably works better if I mix up the binder with this PVA glue and get the same results that I got before. I did test out another PVA glue about 2 years ago when I started my pouring addiction. I did get one piece which I still have and kind of liked, but overall whenever I added some water to the PVA glue and the paint mixture, which I had to do to get the consistency that I need working with, the binding properties of the PVA glue just got destroyed and the paint ripped itself apart when it was drying. It was kind of flaking out. I'm going to link the video in the upper corner if you want to have a look at it. With this mixture here, this is just the PVA glue, my paints and some water, and yes, I used the same amount of water that I used for my acrylic binder. They both have kind of the same consistency, so it worked pretty much the same, and in the cup everything looked as promising as I usually have in my mixture. When I put the paint onto the canvas, everything worked as great, it worked the same, it stretched pretty well, and everything kind of came together as it was supposed to come. So as you can see, the canvas that I was using is a reused canvas. I tried to use the satin enamel on this on a brown scale. It did work somewhat in one area of the canvas, but it totally failed to work in the other area of the canvas. Overall, the design kind of sucked. And so I decided to let it try and pour something else over. I did not make a video of this one because I was just not liking the result after all, but it was a perfect canvas to use for this experiment. So color-wise, everything worked pretty great. Something that I realized that I do not get when I use my acrylic binder is that some cells were popping up right away, although there was no silicone in the paint. So this Vinylkleber, PVA glue, whatever it's called in English then, makes the paint to cell up a bit, at least in some areas where I stretched a bit more. But I just wanted to see where it starts and where it ends. So if there is a stopping point or if it just continues to react with the paints. As a first experiment, I was pretty happy with the result and I didn't want to stretch it even more. So if it was my regular mix, I would have stretched the paints more just to get more of the paint off of the canvas. But in this case here, I really wanted to see if the paints crack, if they rip itself apart, if it flakes out, as I had happened with the first PVA glue that I've used back then. So I just want to let it be and see how it works. If it's going to fail, no problem at all, then I know what I might need to change for the next attempt. And when I thought everything was done and some of the cells really get wonky, I started to tilt again, which I normally don't really want to do, but in this time I expected that those cells are going to grow larger and do really weird stuff. So I wanted to get them off of the canvas. I tilted again. To be honest, not sure if this was the wisest decision because I kind of like the design and I'm not so sure about the design that I got in the end. Yeah, but well, you never know. You never know until it's done. But yeah, that's it. I put it aside, let it dry, and it didn't really happen so much with it, which is great. Some of the cells have become larger, but not disturbing large, I would say. The overall design is not the prettiest that I have ever made, but it really was great to see that the mixture itself worked perfectly for me. I still think I'm going to mix my acrylic binder with the PVA glue for a couple of more experiments, just to prevent unwanted cell creation, you know what I mean? Just to be more in control of the paint and to know what actually is going to happen when I make a certain technique. Something that I realized in the dry version is that the acrylic binder mixture that I am used to use really dries vibrant and glossy. So it always looks as if it was varnished already when I use my regular mixture and everything is dry. This is not the case when I'm using this PVA glue. So when this one is dry, it really was dull and matte. So not shiny at all. It looked like there was a satin varnish on this. So really muted. But when I add a regular varnish on there, the colors came back to life and it looked more vibrant again. So as usual, you will see the end result in the end of the video. So let me know what you think of it. Let me know if you like it, if you would have made something different. And perhaps if you have your own experience with the PVA glue and probably have some tips and tricks for me what I should pay attention to and stuff. So if you liked the video, please make sure to leave me a thumbs up, and if you have not done so far, please also subscribe to my channel, click the bell to get notifications, and if you want to get in touch with me, all my social media links are down below in the video description, along with all the materials that I've been using here. So thanks for your time, thank you for watching, and other than that, I hope to see you in my next video. Have a great day. Bye bye.